sitting down with Torri Huske, who just had a big weekend in Cary, North Carolina. Torri, first of all, I gotta ask, what inspired you to go to this TAC Titans long course meet this past weekend?
I was really excited to go just because I knew that there would be really good like competition there, and I just really love to race. Um, so that's the main reason that I went. Also, I just needed some more opportunities to swim long course, kind of, and I just wanted to see where I was at, kind of in the season. So, yeah, that's kind of why I went.
Is it far for you, or is that like drivable, flyable?
Yeah, we drove down, so it wasn't that bad.
Okay, nice. And was it just you, or was it did a group from your team go?
So I was the only one from my team that went, and my coach wasn't able to travel with me just because, like with Corona, for some reason, our county, since we're a county-run team, he wasn't allowed to like travel with me. But it was fine because I feel like I had like a great support network there still. Like all the NCAP coaches, I feel like I'm pretty familiar with like most of them, and they all like helped me out at the meet and like on my splits, like during like warm up when I was like pacing and stuff like that. And yeah, I was also the only one from my team, like out of my teammates who like went, but I hung around with like people I knew, so it really wasn't that bad. It was still fun.
Yeah. And so then obviously, you had a pretty good weekend from the outsider's perspective. Can you walk me through your weekend and how you felt about your events overall?
Overall, I would say that I'm happy with where I am right now, but I mean, obviously there's still a lot of like work that needs to be done. I think that this meet helped me realize also what I need to work on, which I think is really important at this time. Or at least like it confirmed that I need to work on the things that I know that I've kind of been lacking at. Like my underwaters and just like my approaches into the walls, like they need to be better. But overall, I'm happy with where I am right now.
Did Tell me about your preparation for this meet. Did you rest at all? Did you shave? Were you just go, in the middle of hard training?
Mm-hmm. So I think like 2 or 3 weeks before I had like my taper meet, and I had been tapering a while from that. And then after that meet, I kind of felt like I was just very out of shape. I don't know why, but so we kind of just got into training again, and I didn't taper or rest for this meet. I just wanted to kind of see what I could do without that. So yeah, I we didn't yeah taper. I did.
I think every swimmer is pretty familiar with that weird period you're talking about of post taper. You kind of feel out of shape. You kind of feel weird in the water. Did you feel like you had a good feel for the water in your races this weekend?
Yeah, I think that the swimming felt really good. Um, my some of my like finishes were like a little bit weird, and I didn't time them that well. Those didn't feel so great, but the swimming itself felt like really good. So I was excited about that.
Yeah. And then coming off of that taper meet a few weeks back, did you have time out of the water at all after that?
Wait, I'm sorry. What was the question again?
So you mentioned you had a taper meet a few weeks back. Um, did you take time out of the water after that meet at all?
Oh,
Did you have a
sorry.
break?
Sorry. No. I just kind of went right into it. I think I took one day off, and then we got into it again. Yeah.
Gotcha. And so then uh, at the meet this weekend, to give our listeners a little context, uh, Torri hit PRs in the 100 free going 53.4. That's long course, 100-meter freestyle. You went 56.6 in the 100-meter butterfly and 24.4 in the 50-meter freestyle, breaking Simone Manuel's 17-18 national age group record. You had pretty titanic battles with Claire Curzan in all three of those. Can you take me through those races and just kind of the lead up? Was it exciting knowing that you were going to have really good races in all three of those events?
Oh yeah, it was definitely exciting. And I mean, I really like racing her. I feel like we both bring out the best in each other when we race. It really gets my like adrenaline pumping, knowing that I'm going to race someone who is like Just such an like amazing swimmer like her. Also my 200 fly got to race Charlotte Hook, and that was like really fun too because she's a really amazing swimmer. Yeah.
And you said you were pleased with where you're at right now. Did you expect to go those best times? Were you surprised at all by any of those times?
Um, not really. I don't know. I wasn't super surprised. I felt like I was where I should be, kind of, if that makes sense. I don't know.
Yeah, that totally makes sense. What do you base that off of? Just where you've been at in training lately?
Well, not really, I guess, because when I train, I haven't really gotten that like a chance to do a long course that much. So most of my time, like when I'm training in practice, it's all short course. So like as far as like time, it doesn't really like correlate to like what I'm swimming in practice, like time wise. I don't know. It's kind of more of just like a feeling of where I should be. And like I feel like I should be dropping right now just because um I have to get faster if I'm going to do well at trials, kind of, or be competitive. Yeah.
Makes sense. Yeah. Then in terms of training, what has your training looked like just these past couple months?
It's been pretty normal, like going back to doubles and stuff. Recently, something new, as far as practice is that we recently got a bunch of new equipment. So like we got these power towers and like drag stocks and like parachutes, which we're using more when for the people who double in the afternoons, they get to use those things. So that's something new that we're going to incorporate more into training. We like just started using those right before the meet. So I don't think that like we saw results necessarily from them yet. But I think that by the time trials rolls around, like, we'll kind of see like how that has hopefully helped.
You're telling me that like a week or two before dropping all these times, you started using socks and power towers?
Yeah.
Wow, that's it. And were you sore at all from that?
Oh, the first day of the meet or like the day before, I was like rolling out and I didn't even realize that I hurt until I started rolling out. I was like my shoulders. But yeah, no, I was fine. It's kind of like a good hurt anyway. I don't know.
Yeah. I know you said you probably wouldn't have seen the results at all just because you did just start using those things, but did you feel any different in the water after having used them for a week or two, this weekend while racing?
Not really. I don't I didn't really notice a difference. The only time I noticed a difference is like when I'm actually at practice and then we like take off the parachutes or whatever and I'm like I feel like I'm flying, but other than that, not really.
All those things sound super exciting to me to incorporate into your training. Do you have a favorite one, or do you have a particular aspect you like about having socks, towers, chutes?
I just think it's fun to mix it up. And it's like it's just something new and exciting that we haven't really done before. So I kind of just like that aspect of it.
Yeah. Is there what kind of sets do you do with those, or have you done so far?
Usually there are a bunch of sprint 25 of like kick or swim, and it's a lot of it is also choice. So like we get to choose what we want to work on during practice, during whenever we use those usually. Yeah.
Are you someone who picks a lot of different strokes, or do you just like stick to freestyle?
Yeah, I love training IM. Just because I feel like I get kind of bored whenever we do the same thing over and over again. So I'm kind of lucky that Evan does a lot of IM training with us.
Socks, chutes, or towers? Do you have a favorite?
Um, I guess maybe the parachutes. I don't really know. I don't have a favorite.
And then how often have you guys been using those so far?
I double 2 to 3 times a week, so I use them in the double practices. So usually 2 to 3 times a week.
Gotcha. Nice. Um, are you? you mentioned doubles in the afternoons. Do you go in the mornings every day and then the doubles are in the afternoons, or did I mix that up?
So we have morning practices every day, but also afternoon, and then you can kind of just choose whatever works best for your schedule.
Hmm.
But normally I go to afternoon practices, and then the mornings are I only go to mornings like 3 to 2 times a week, and then I go in the afternoon like every day. So
Okay. Gotcha. Nice. So aside from the swimming, what else is happening in your life? Are you still in school at this point?
no, I finished school a little while ago, so it's kind of nice. The only class that I haven't finished is art because I'm doing that through my school, and then the rest of my classes I did online this year through like a different program. So it's been kind of relaxed. It's been nice, but I don't know where all the time goes. I feel like I'm always doing something.
What kind of things do you do besides, I guess, finish your art class?
Um, well, yeah, I like do a lot of like painting and stuff like that, like reading. I recently started like crocheting. um, and it also gives me a little bit more time just to like see my friends. So yeah.
Nice. So heading into these next couple months, obviously Olympic trials are on the horizon. Do you feel better having a little more time to focus on training and a little less time focusing on school?
Yeah, definitely. I think that's also part of the reason I decided to take these classes online this year, just because I thought it would be better for my training leading up to trials. But yeah.
So then the next couple months, do you have a plan in terms of where you will be competing and what training might look like?
I don't really know. Some of it is still undecided just because we're trying to find a long course pool that I can go to more like regularly. A lot of it is still like undecided.
Gotcha. Are you used to training long course not very much?
Yeah, I usually train once a week, but it's not actually always once a week because sometimes they have like a meet or they have a meet at the pool that I like practice, so I can't always go once a week, but usually I try to. Yeah. Like ideally that's what I that's what I,
Gotcha. Do you feel like that has an impact on when you race long course, either negatively or positively?
maybe a little bit, but I also felt pretty good in the water this weekend when I was swimming, so um it probably has like a small effect, but I don't think it's like detrimental.
Yeah. Well, cool. Tori, any parting thoughts? Anything I missed before we sign off today?
No, I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it. You've been listening to the SwimSwam podcast. Stay tuned for new episodes every week. You can take SwimSwam podcast on the go by subscribing on your favorite podcast platform. Look for links in the description below, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos as well.